Month out from hurricane season, and it's important for people to know if they have coverage.
Yeah, the Florida Insurance Guarantee Association says more than 20,000 UPC insurance claims were unpaid and sent to FIGA for payment and processing. This was because UPC apparently was placed into a receivership because they were no longer financially viable.
The large majority went to the state's run insurance company Citizens Insurance, which is a last resort option for people in the state of Florida. Our Asher Wildman learned some Citizens customers across the state are erroneously being dropped.
Diamond Cortez's Lakeland home from the front looks just fine.
So that started coming down.
But on the inside, it's a walking tour.
We have that bubble right there.
With issue.
That up there.
After issue.
That held at the hurricane, like the day of the hurricane happened. And it just started coming down.
And issue, even out back, which included major damage to her back patio, which, as you can see, is now nearly completely gone.
This used to be a room. We had couches. If you see in my living room, we have the couches. This was a whole playroom. We had couches, we had tables, we had a TV out here.
Shortly after filing a claim with her then insurance provider, United Property and Casualty Insurance, she received this letter informing her she would not be renewed because the company was withdrawing from the state. Fortunately, she was then able to sign a policy with Citizens.
They did approve me when nobody else did, and they knew the situation, and that was a year ago.
1 year later, she received a shocking letter once again.
And they sent me stating that there was damage, but they approved me with the damage. So now they're canceling me with the same damage that I have. It didn't make any sense.
And it didn't make sense to her insurance agent, Steve Gensolin, either.
On a lot of levels, the law has been set up to protect people in that particular circumstance. So we knew that that shouldn't be happening.
Gensolin is referring to Florida statute 627.4133, which was written into law following the 2023 legislative session and says, unauthorized insurer may not cancel or non-renew a personal residential or commercial residential property insurance policy covering a dwelling or residential property located in this state for a period of 90 days after the dwelling or residential property has been repaired if such property has been damaged as a result of hurricane or wind loss. And also says under the statute, this paragraph shall also apply to personal residential and commercial residential policies covering property that was damaged as a result of Hurricane Ian or Hurricane Nicole. He then took this issue up with State Rep Eskamani.
You are supposed to be able to maintain your citizens' coverage because you are still waiting for a response from FIGA and you have impact from Hurricanes Ian and Nicole.
I reached out to Citizens Insurance about this issue and the letter Diamond received and was told in part, we had no way of knowing at the time the policies were issued which policies may have open FIGA claims, and the statute 627.4133 was not part of Florida law at the time. When we make exceptions for cases like this, policies with existing damage are set up to non-renew, so we are able to request and collect proof of repairs from policyholders before the policy can be renewed in the following year. Which means Diamond and others who have cases like her should not have been getting this letter.
I've been crying. Like at night, I don't let my kids see, but I've been crying. I've been hysterically, I'm losing my hair actually, to be honest, because this is ridiculous.
Citizens says after learning about this type of situation, they are having their team of underwriters calling agents that have policies that were non-renewed due to unrepaired damage to determine if that damage is the subject of an ongoing FIGA claim to review the policy. In Orlando, Asher Wildman, Spectrum News.
Now, according to Citizens Insurance, so far 454 policies have been identified as requiring additional underwriting to determine if the policy is eligible for renewal. It is very important that if you do or have received one of these letters, to call your insurance agent to get help to get the issue resolved.